tell our stories.
Go stand in front of a mirror right now. Move your hand. Watch it move exactly when you move it. No gap, no delay, instant. Now imagine that one day, it isn't instant anymore. That's what happened to me. And once you notice it, you can't stop counting. It started so small I almost didn't notice it. I was brushing my teeth, half asleep, looking at myself in the bathroom mirror the way you do 1,000 times a year without really seeing it. I lifted my hand to wipe my mouth, and for a fraction of a second, less than a second, barely anything, my reflection lifted its hand a beat after I did. I remember stopping completely. I stood there and did it again, slower this time. Raised my hand. Watched the mirror. It was fine. Perfectly in sync. I told myself I'd imagined it. Tired eyes, bad lighting, whatever explanation lets you go back to brushing your teeth and get on with your morning. But over the next few days, I kept catching it. Small things. I'd turn my head, and there'd be this almost nothing lag before my reflection turned with me. I'd blink, and I could have sworn the reflection blinked just slightly after. It was so small I couldn't even be sure I wasn't making it up. That's the worst part, honestly, not being sure if you're seeing something wrong with the world, or something wrong with yourself. So I did what anyone with too much free time and a growing sense of dread would do. I started timing it. I stood in front of the mirror with my phone in hand, filming myself, and I moved my other hand at a random moment, no rhythm, no pattern, so I couldn't accidentally sync myself to it. Then I watched the footage back, frame by frame. The first day, the delay was almost nothing. 2, maybe 3 frames. At normal speed you'd never catch it. I told myself it was probably just my phone's frame rate, some kind of processing lag in the camera itself, nothing to do with the mirror at all. I did it again a few days later. This time it was longer. 8 frames. Almost a third of a second. I did the math wrong the first time and had to redo it, because I didn't want it to be right. By the end of the week it was undeniable. Almost half a second. You could see it with the naked eye now, no camera needed. I'd move, and there would be this small, sick pause, and then my reflection would catch up, like it was watching me and deciding, just for a moment, whether it wanted to copy me at all. I stopped using that bathroom. I switched to the small mirror in my hallway instead, told myself it was just that one mirror, an old one, something wrong with the glass or the backing. For about 2 days it seemed fine. Then I caught the same delay there too. I want to explain what it's like to live with this, because I don't think people understand until it happens to them. It's not the kind of fear that makes you scream or run. It's slower than that. It's the fear of watching your own reflection and, for half a second every single time, not being completely sure it's going to move at all. Every time I check a mirror now, some small animal part of my brain waits to see if I'm going to be mimicked, or just watched. 3 nights ago, I woke up around 2 a.m., thirsty, and went to the bathroom without turning on the light. You know how you can walk your own apartment blind in the dark? I caught my reflection in the dim glow from the hallway, just a shape in the mirror, barely visible. I didn't move. I just stood there for a second, still half asleep. And the reflection moved first. Just slightly. A small shift of weight, like it had been standing there a moment longer than I had, waiting for me to catch up instead of the other way around. I didn't scream. I didn't run. I just turned around, very slowly, and walked back to bed, and I lay there until the sun came up, doing the math in my head. 3 days ago it was half a second. Tonight, it moved before I did at all. I don't know what the delay turns into once it hits a full second. I don't know what happens when the gap gets big enough that the reflection is time to do something I never did to begin with. I've covered every mirror in my apartment with a towel. I use my phone camera to check my hair now, which I know sounds insane, but a camera doesn't have a face that can decide to move on its own. Last night, before I covered the last mirror, I made myself check one more time. I stood there, and I didn't move at all, not a muscle, nothing, just stood completely still to see what it would do if I gave it nothing to copy. For a full 2 seconds, nothing happened. And then my reflection blinked. I hadn't blinked yet.